All right, whatever. Let's get into it. We've got. There we go. I'll have you guys know if you stop watching something for this. Just know in the background I have UFC's Fight Pass event playing, so I'm only half watching your footage. I'd rather watch professionals. I'm just kidding. But if you do, as always, see something that we don't, shout it out. Mitchell and Jordan starting things off. Joe and Cole. Got Josh now. Josh has a new nickname. It's Cricket. Because we found out he's deathly afraid of insects. Crickets especially. And I don't know these two gentlemen's names, but this guy was a visitor from out of town and his buddy's a local. So they were here trying out jiu-jitsu and checking out the school and all that. But I had to leave this day, so I didn't get to meet them. Yeah, it's as true as the day is long, Cricket. Joe immediately on the attack, working to hit a guard pass with you here.
Yeah, he's been he's been working this Toriando passing, and then he catches me, roll into my back, and just throws my legs by. I'm like, okay, I guess this is gonna happen.
Yeah,
So
good.
Hurdle up.
This is great. Like really good connection to the knees, pushing you by. That was nice. Doesn't always have to be some fancy setup. Right on the back, immediate hooks in. Meanwhile, Mitchell putting the hurting on Jordan here.
The little red Corvette's back.
Yeah. Cricket's got himself a muscle car. Well, his daddy's brother's muscle car. It's only yellow when the sun hits it a certain way.
Yeah. Raspberry beret. The kind you find at a secondhand store.
So you've managed to. Well, all right, Joe retains a positional advantage. How did Mitchell? Let's see. I think Jordan went from turtle here. Considering going out the back. All right, Mitchell moves to north-south to avoid Jordan's regarding. Good shoulder push. I think just getting your hips out a little bit more, Jordan. See how you kind of turn your hips in towards Mitchell here? Right there. Like if you turn towards him, well, no, I take that back. I would cross shoulder post though. I would use my right hand to post here, and then you could do that like sit up sweep basically that I like to do. But if you do that, you are gonna turn your hips more towards Mitchell's head. So like you would cross shoulder post and then turn to your left in that case.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
This may have been, I don't know. This may have been the last day that I saw him there. I can't recall.
Josh got to Stevens back. I know it was like a chair sit back take. Not quite sure how he from Mount. Okay.
There you go. Steven exposes the back. Pretty standard. Using them long cricket legs of his.
Hey, you don't want to dox any of your training partners.
This is from November 20th. Just a few days ago. Oh, you're looking fancy with your inversion now.
We'll see. I can't remember if I pull anything off. Yeah.
This is a good job controlling that leg. Joe's looking very aware here, of just like trying to pummel for the inside position, and disrupting you, making like you know, closed wedges around your leg.
Yeah, he did a really good job. I went into cross ashi there, because he defended the other leg that was under attack.
Yeah, I think so. Controlling that ankle really helped out. Looks like maybe thinking toe hold there for a second, but the leg is not accessible. And then right there, good move on his part. Instead of settling in for like 50-50 with his heel in a bad spot, weaves back in underneath and is trying to win some inside position back and keep your legs from trapping his. You talked to Danny about Darcis.
And
did you understand the words coming out of his mouth? And if so,
I have a hard time.
What'd you learn? Is it something you wanna work on more? Because it should be.
Or a new word. Well.
All right, good answer. I fully expect you to start Darcing me in short order. Joe on an armbar here on Cole, or at least looking for one. I don't think Cole's in any significant trouble here yet. Looks like, yeah, Joe didn't have a crossface. Cole has his arms connected. So, yeah, all right. Joe's not really in an armbar position then. Bit of a triangle, but with Cole's hands connected, I don't. Unless Cole decides to be just careful about you know, with tapping early and whatever, I don't see Joe really locking this up. He's gonna have to get the arm isolated, which you were just about to do to other Joe.
Yeah, he was doing a good job keeping his arms tucked. I wanted being able to expose a Kimura grip. I went to sit through a couple of times and he shut it down. I really liked how he was taking my crossface leg and shoving it over top of his head. That's a good way to relieve any of the arm pressure, right? Because I can't isolate the shoulder. And then immediately goes on attack for like that supporting leg, my right leg in this case. Almost going into like a deep half type of a protection, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good defense.
That's how Danny dresses too. Like a COD character. I just assumed they all wear camo. I don't know. All right, Jordan and Andrew getting after it with the Fury here. Little foot sweep attempt. I like the quick follow-up to something else. Like, I don't care what it is. You hit the foot sweep, so that's going to make Jordan's feet go backwards, typically. You know, he's going to recover, keep the feet away, and then it's a good time to snap, which is exactly what you do. Just got away from him, and he was able to pop back up quickly. Cooper, be nice, or I'm going to put you in timeout. Stanky leg. Did you do something cool? Are you referring to your own stanky leg or someone else's leg stank? And what's going on with Luke and Josh here? Yeah. Luke just gets Josh a little off balance and is able to take control. And it looks like Cole is pummeling around with our friend from out of town over here under the camera. Jordan gets the pass. A lot of viewers right now. If you guys like what you're seeing, please throw us a follow. We love the support.
What's up, Laser?
See a guy in here. Guy is it's Pregucha, which is Felipe Pena's nickname. I was like, wait a minute, is Felipe Pena following us right now? As he waits at the UFC Invitational, and it's like, oh, let me jump on. What's going on, Laser? How you doing, bud? I mean, it is December. A hot tub stream might be in order as we get deeper into the brutal winter of North Carolina. Ooh, fancy leg entry. Not fancy actually, but well executed from Luke here. Working off the heavy pass. Josh doing a good job initially shutting down not shutting it down, but like making the pass difficult, like Luke trying to step over and get behind both legs. Josh is trying to keep that leg entangled. And then right here, Luke throws a fast one, says, I don't want the pass, I want the leg entrance. And sits directly into cross Ashi and attacks. Ooh. Yeah. Goes to an inside Ashi or Z-lock. So this is, we've talked about this a little bit recently. This seems to be popping up more, but just notice the difference, guys. Here, from just a standard cross Ashi. Come on. Let me get back to a good frame. From a standard cross Ashi here, Luke has, his sights on the inside of Josh's leg, so it's an inside heel hook. Right here, that's what he's going for, but Josh is slipping it. Now, with this heavy reap and some control with his knees, he gets Josh's knee pointed in this direction, switches the leg across his center line, and now he's got the outside of the leg in his sights, and that's why this switches onto an outside heel hook. This is also a really gnarly reaping position that can put a lot of pressure on the knee. So when you guys find yourselves here, be ready to tap quickly. There are ways to fight out of this. Don't ask me how, because I'm not exactly good at it. I just do my best to not get here. But you're pretty much you're in the worst possible spot you could be as far as leg entanglements go. So tap early. That's not what I sound like, Cole. Home Depot, 60% off hot tubs. We need one of the inflatable ones that I could just put here in my office. I ain't doing that outside. Oh, Josh getting almost caught in a Kimura. Let's look at Cole and the other dude. Cole with his underhook. Aware of your. Yeah, Cole's doing good keeping that guy's hips pinned to the ground. He was unable to win that scramble. So with Josh and Andrew have been in a leg entanglement here for a second. So Jordan and Andrew. Jordan, looks like you're attacking a pretty nasty knee bar there. I think your bottom leg being caught isn't helping you on that finish. And it's probably what's getting Andrew safer, because he can like kind of get his knee line back. Wait,
he just locked his legs. It's like he's rolling to try and find the knee.
Yeah. That might be the world's slowest sweep. I agree, Cole. So Andrew,
Luke is really on the hunt for this Kimura. Like, you can tell he's not going for the underhook on the other side. He's not interested in anything else. All he wants is this Kimura. There.
Josh knows it. Not a bad choice to just disengage and reset from there, especially when Luke is making his way underneath you from half guard. We got Andy Varela and Achilles Rocha on Fight Pass right now.
Yep. Yeah, I've got it up.
So far, our students are more interesting.
Yeah.
Joe looking for the Kimura on Mitchell here.
In the dorsal position.
Being nice about it. There we go.
Got it.
Let's just see if there was anything about this setup. So working from his knee on belly, gets the arm isolated, and then moves himself up to the north-south dorsal position.
Luke winds up getting the Kimura finish too, right about the same time, just before.
Oh, Andrew got an armbar? I thought, don't say Andy when Andy Varela is on Fight Pass. I thought you were talking about him. So, it's hard to see, but we're looking right over here. So Andrew's moved up to not quite like a mounted triangle position, but he's got a shin pin over the same side arm. Looks like he gets the arm isolated. Quick switch over with the cross-face leg. Very nice. Be nicer to Mike. I'm nicer to Mike than any of you. Except when we're training.
Facts.
Let's look at Josh here.
Just steps right out of the leg entanglement.
Yeah. And then
Right in, almost into a mount.
yeah, just about stepped right in a mount. I think Luke maybe thought he could get his hips up in time,
Yeah.
but he decided to stay put on the 3/4 mount or quarter guard in his position. Just made some salmon and rice. Yeah, dude. I hope you made enough for the whole class, Laser.
Yeah.
Be pretty rude
It'd
otherwise.
be rude. Yeah.
Yeah. Washed down with a tall glass of milk, bro. Going to the gym Monday. What gym? The jiu-jitsu gym? You little nerd. Luke being a little bit acrobatic in his passing attempt. Trying to send it in the last seconds of the round. That's cool. I don't mind.
Yeah, we train jujitsu like
Yeah.
germs, water germs.
Yeah, bro. We don't even wash our mats.
Nah,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Come
we have
visit
shared
us.
mouth guards.
Yeah. Yeah,
Communal.
I'm gonna sit this round out here. Take my jock strap. Got you and Mitchell. Joe looking for his knee bar on Luke, but Luke countering with the toe hold.
And then in on an outside heel hook, but his knee line did.
Yeah.
Luke did a good job of clearing his knee line in that roll.
Let's look at this again. So looking here. Yeah, Joe wanted that step around pretty early, and it just got a little sloppy as Luke tried to capture that leg. So Luke getting his hands on Joe's left leg. I think if he didn't do that, Joe probably would have spun that leg pretty easily. But then notice how Luke keeps a bend in the leg and starts to set up his toe hold. Meanwhile, Joe's control over Luke's leg isn't really there. He's got one leg in, and he's got the mats in the way, so he has a little bit of influence over Luke's left leg, but not enough that Luke is really concerned. So Luke can really focus, 100% on trying to get to this toe hold. Now as he gets up, that was a great switch from Joe. Good thinking, at least. So immediately to the outside heel hook.
With a reap.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Luke knew he was in a bit of trouble here, so he starts to pressure back towards him, try to slip the knee. What on earth are you all talking about? What happened here with Cole and Josh? Nice. So Cole, it's funny you just did that, because I was just talking about those, working double underhooks yesterday. In standing, we see Cole doing double under, or I'm sorry, in like kneeling, seated positions, we see Cole utilizing double underhooks a lot. And I was telling him to try working it into his stand-up game. And there you go, you kind of shoot, not a shot per se, like on the legs, but pulling Josh's arms by, trying to open up access to his waist. Quick level change down just to get your head in the chest, and then going in on double unders, and then shrugging by, right, to get the back. That was really good execution.
Mitchell was doing a really good job with his regards. Like that's definitely something I've been seeing him get better and better at.
Yeah.
And then of course now going in and immediately attacking my legs.
Yeah, he's trying to get his legs to the inside position. There you go.
Yeah.
That was a good switch on his part. When the lower body game isn't working, see how quickly you can make a switch up top, and vice versa. So here he's like, all right, legs are gone. Let me get to a more athletic position, get up, and immediately attack the head.
Yep.
Josh doing a good job staying guarded here. Cole, looks like you're thinking maybe crowding in for like a body lock or something. Okay, there we go. Just curious what your intent was there. Remember, as you get by, as you load that leg up, Cole, take his knee to his nose if you can. Try to put him up on his shoulders, as opposed to just turning around his leg with his back flat. That's where you're gonna run into, those stiff arm frames pushing you away. Try to get his hips up over his head instead. Gotta step that left leg over. Good. Now climb up the body. It looks like you're looking for the crossface. This isn't terrible. Just don't have the guard pass.
There you go.
It's good if he's leaving the space for you. You may as well take it.
Yeah, you can always try and put your knee in the hip pocket and force the roll.
Laser, what did you garnish your salmon with? You a lemon juice guy? You put a little sprig of thyme on it or something? Some parsley? What do you do? I'm getting hungrier now. Looks like straight arm attack or maybe an Americana.
Yeah, arm looked bent.
Looks like Achilles Rocha up 2-1, gets the win in overtime. Sorry, spoiler alert. I know you guys are really curious about that match. Teriyaki, garlic powder. Teriyaki. I can't say I'm a big teriyaki guy. Maybe I'll have to give it a try.
Yeah, I'll have to.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't really put it on much.
I don't not like it.
Yeah.
I do need to stop putting Cholula on everything because it's turning into an addiction, and it's
a good addiction.
It's ruining my life. But it's so hard to stop. Maybe teriyaki is my methadone for Cholula.
Just Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try. Spice my lunches up a bit with my giant can of chicken from Costco. Instead of Cholula and pesto like I always do. Andrew... Oh, okay. I thought Andrew was about to get out of that. You had the Achilles lock, though. Shutting him down.
Yeah, he bum rushed me right off the start, if I remember this one right. I looked away for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. So, my initial thought here, Andrew, I don't know if you're in the chat, but like something to keep in mind, something to try as you're approaching standing versus seated or supine like Mike is right now. Stepping a leg up the middle in between his legs is always a good starting move, and then getting your knee elbow connection, as we talk about a lot. But here you go for a little bit more of a speed based approach, driving that leg by. You can see he like shoves your left leg by.
Yep.
And then quickly tries to cover the distance, basically stepping right over it. The only problem with that, Andrew, is if you don't drop your hips quickly enough, Mike's gonna do what he does, which is pull a knee back up the middle, and he's basically safe and in on a leg entanglement. Which it looks like you're really trying to salvage here.
Yeah, he was really committed overhead, and it's like we were also right up against the wall, so I couldn't like do a shoulder roll like I would normally try to do and like invert.
Yeah.
But once he moved out of the way, I was able to clear it and finish the movement.
Yeah, and then now as he tries to take your back, it was a smart move on your part, getting that Achilles, limiting his rotation around the back. And then now you're working from that one leg up the middle stance.
Right.
Joe and Cole in an immediate tie-up. And boom, looking at the underhook game again, Cole. So right there, good reach on the underhook. It looks like Joe's maybe thinking hip toss or Uchimata here. But you slip out far enough behind to where you really don't care at that point. Good roll through. Steven trying to get in on Jordan's legs here. Oh, good luck with this, Andrew. Let me know if you figure out how to deal with this.
I can't remember if I finished this or not.
Your coach.
Oh yeah, I was telling him how to. Yeah.
Honestly, like this, for a little bit, for like a brief moment in time, this was my answer for your position here, and until you just got better at digging the heel out, and then I realized that I am like, I have taken away my ability to stand up at this point. Like if you roll up into this position and I find myself here, like then I'll like try to run the second leg interference, try to kick, this leg, or not kick, but like push with my foot onto your elbow. But I used to just voluntarily go there and try to do that, and decided that's not the way to go. Like, it's better to just stand up and try to work, you know, get my foot back flat to the mat, all that stuff. What's up,
I
Joe?
couldn't agree more. What's up, man? Yeah, that lets me bide some time to dig the heel out when you're busy, you know, trying to run that interference with me. So I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, and even so, if I am able to prevent you from getting the heel exposed, it doesn't do anything to further advance my escape, and you just stay attacking on the heel. So I can shut it down, but eventually you start to dig it out, and I'm no better off. What happened? I mean, go ahead.
It's the same concept. Well, a similar concept to like what you have to learn in like, let's say, side control, right? Like, it really sucks trying to have to fight out of side control. So it's better to like create frames and get your hips back and everything like that while somebody's trying to advance into side control. Mm-hmm. The same thing here. It's like, it's better to just try to stand up out of the position before they get the heel exposed or before they settle in with the hips, you know, hip to hip connection and all that stuff.
Right.
You know, what is it? You know, lots of prevention's worth a cure or
pound
whatever.
Of cure.
A pound of cure. Yeah.
Sneaky little attack from Cole here on Joe. I'm pretty sure Cole is working a no-gi Ezekiel choke, because we'll see him.
Oh yeah.
We'll see him here in a second. He's attacking the neck, but he's not crushing with a smother. He's got his arm under the neck right here. I think Cole told me he had done this at some point recently, so this must have been the roll.
It's not a saying. I butchered it.
Jordan's never prevented anything in his life. He doesn't know. Like this armbar he's getting put in. You're gonna need a pound of cure to get out of that one, bud. This is good. So we are wrapping up our close guard week. We got Hannah Goldie going right now. That must be why I'm dropping so many frames. I'm streaming something while we're doing this. It's gobbling up my internet. Guys, kindly let me know if the stream starts skipping or lagging or anything, and I'll shut this off and watch it later. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, wrapping up our close guard week, let's look at Steven attacking an armbar and close guard. Not even fully cutting the angle here, getting enough of an angle to attack the arm. But we see here he goes 2-on-1 on the arm he wants. I know you do, bud. I like your grip here, Steven. Kind of unorthodox. It's not a typical arm drag. You've got the over grip on the wrist with your same side arm, over grip with the cross side arm at the elbow, rather than, you know, underhooking to the tricep or, you know, up in the armpit. And then now we see Steven's legs come open. This is where he's going to have his opportunity. This is about as good of an angle as I think Steven gets in this move. But it gives him the opportunity to get his arms behind Jordan's left arm, swing the leg around. And then now, if, you know, things to improve with this as far as position goes, getting your knee above Jordan's ear, like, you know, up here, that just signifies that you have like a very, very an arm very, very deep into, you know, or past the hip line. So it's going to take a long time for him to dig his arm out. Here Jordan might be able to explode out of this, depends on how much he wants to fight it. And then yeah, I don't have too much more to say on this. I mean, really the knee position's the big thing, but keeping control of the arm. You finish this one with a little bit of a pop of the hips into the arm, into the elbow, as opposed to breaking over the hip. Good classic arm bar.
They're saying that you are lagging.
Has been lagging. All right, fine. Let's see if this helps. Shut all that down. Always feel free to tell me that.
But yeah, Andrew did wind up passing my guard, and then he puts me in this like a north-south style choke, and I didn't like that very much. So I wound up escaping and then sweeping him immediately.
Oh, nice.
It's like I don't like being up.
So here, the north-south. Doing like using a lot of the pendulum of your legs.
Yeah.
Kind of immobilizing him a bit, committing up top, and then we see you swing your legs out, back the other way. Now you're, yeah, that's a solid sweep. More of that same sweep you said you were using like against Jordan, that 2-on-1, heavy to the side. We see the foot come in to elevate, take him right over. Joe has a nice guard pass here. Again, just more footwork. Good footwork from Joe in the lead up to this. So he's making a connection with the legs, puts Cole on his back, pushes the knees up. Now a little back and forth, see how Cole reacts. Quick push to the side right here. Closes the distance and then takes him up and over.
Yeah, that was nice. Jordan was trying that on Steven.
Oh, yeah. What was going on there? Someone dragging his corpse across the mat.
Yeah.
But now, Jordan, you got his knees pinned together.
Yeah.
This is a good time to try to sneak behind the legs, right? So you would come around to your right, rotating about Steven's knees and get behind him. There you go.
Nice.
Chat stays real time. Rest stream stays behind. It gets worse with each freeze. Twitching out. Well, I mean, I could tell on my side that I'm dropping frames. So it's either my internet is being crappy or it's just a little overloaded with me trying to stream stuff. And my wife probably downstairs watching a Hallmark Christmas movie. So take the load off of the modem.
Isn't it crazy how Hallmark can like continuously pump out content and it's the same thing over and over again, yet people continue to watch it?
And you know they film that stuff in like the dead of summer. They film it in like June and July to have it ready for December.
Incredible. Let's see what Jordan can do from well, he's not in close guard. Oh, Steven's working a body lock. Got it. Solid execution of the body lock pass.
Some knee pins. It's good. Very fundamental execution.
Yep.
Now, Jordan, this could be a time where you go to that octopus guard stuff with the over back grip. Steven trying to make the switch here. Let's see if he shimmies his butt out to his left. He's in on the rear triangle now. Jordan might have a fighting chance with this, though, having that other arm in.
Yeah.
Barely. Good move, Jordan, to get your arm down. Steven's going to want that up above your head. What's happening? Where'd you two come from? Mitchell ain't letting you go. Sweethearts. That's fair. That's fair. I hope the last 2 weeks have been illuminating for you, Jordan, after our discussion at the start of Close Guard Week. And we're not going to be too far from Close Guard. We're starting Open Guard next week. So keep working the stuff you guys have learned. And also, oh, Steven trying the dog bar.
Yeah, he's been hitting the pass off of that. We watched that last week, didn't we?
Yeah. It was on Monday we watched it from, or I'm sorry, on Wednesday we watched it from Monday's open mat.
Yeah,
but
right.
Same sort of setup. Steven likes that, staying real low, pinning the free leg, the heel to the butt while he's in half guard on the other leg. And he's trying to walk around it now. It looked like he was trying to walk around it and then says, let me put a little pressure on. And then as Jordan adjusts to it, right there he steps around it and gets his guard pass. Good, I'm glad, man. Ooh, Andrew making big moves here. Tries to hit a little cartwheel pass over top. And you just barely stayed hooked in with him. Right at the end. Actually, hold on, I want to see what happened after Mitchell chases Josh down. Okay, there we go. Little backwards trip, comes around the front. Got it. Oh, Luke must have been off on the other side of the mat. Steven digging deep in his bag of tricks for the no-gi baseball bat choke just to hit on Mitchell. What a jerk. So setting up this 10-finger grip like this from standing position, brings his forearms in close together, and then goes for a little McTwist as he goes down. And you could see Steven's hands are a little torqued up, but he's got that 10-finger grip and is able to lay a choke on Mitchell. But Mitchell's all smiles about it. Before you all log off at the end, I hope you guys, hope we see you at the potluck this Saturday at Danny's house. Check your email if you haven't, for the reminder for the sign-up sheet and all that. But come hang out and, hang out with us and not try to kill each other for once. I feel like all the time we spend together is just trying to hurt each other. But if it does need to happen, Danny has mats at his house. But yeah, bring something to eat and come spend some holiday time with us. Laser, you're invited too, but you have to bring salmon and rice with teriyaki. Nice sweep, Josh. Let's look at this.
Ketchup flavored Brussels sprouts.
So Brussels sprouts with ketchup. Got it. All right. So Josh working from an Irimiyashi here. Joe staying pretty upright over him. I think Joe just doesn't get the legs disentangled in time. It looks like he's starting to work. He's got like a hand on the shin, but not down at the ankle. And I really like what Josh does here. You'll see him pull Joe forward just a step to close this distance here, so he can get his arm or his hand close to Josh's or to Joe's ankle and then put him down. So watch a little bump forward. Right? He gets the ankle and then sits him back.
Yeah, that was really nice.
What if a gorilla just walked in? Baby or like full on silverback? Like what am I dealing with here? If it was a big guy, I'd probably make Luke handle it. If it was a little guy, I'd get all tough. Josh takes advantage of this. So from the sit down, starts to roll the belly down, but comes back. Looks like okay, he switches to cross ashi, looking for the inside heel hook. Really digging on it. Good turn from Joe to buy a few more seconds.
It was nice. Now his leg is in Z-lock territory.
Yeah, I feel like Joe was staying in the pocket here to try to work on countering, which I'm totally fine with. And this is how it goes when it doesn't work.
Friendly gorilla.
Friendly gorilla? Oh. I'd slap his hands, bump his fist, and maybe teach him sign language and the concept of tapping, and we would have a great time.
Make him some nice salmon with teriyaki.
Yeah. Put a rash guard on him, enter him into a tournament.
Yeah.
Right. So right here, Josh, this is when you go on this roll to dig on the heel. I talked about this a little bit. This was one of my recent like eureka moments. When I'm in cross ashi and I'm trying to get to the heel because it's hidden or it's just obscured one way or the other. I don't roll over my shoulders like this. Let's see. Here's a better example. In a second one, Joe. Yeah. So right here. See how Josh kind of straightens his body out and rolls flat over his shoulders? Instead, what I do is I would curl up even more, bring my head closer to my knees, and when I roll, get my hips up. So I'm not rolling flat along the ground. I'm rolling like a, just a convex shape, a C rolling up and over. And as I do that, it allows me to keep a better bend in Joe's leg, so he can't slip his knee as easily on his turn. That's what he's trying to do right now. And when I'm belly down and my butt's up in the air and I'm in that C shape, it's much easier for me to find the exposed heel and capture it. When I'm flattened out, a lot of that goes away. The most important thing for Joe in that case is, if I flatten out as he turns, it makes it easy for him to straighten his leg and pull it out on the escape. So next time you find yourself here, try to instigate the roll. Do it on your terms, but do it with that crunched in body. Do it with the worst posture you could have. And look for the heel as you do it. B-Velly, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, Z-Lock. Oh, the subreddit one or whatever, that recent post. Yeah, that was like
I didn't
scary.
See that.
Exploded. Yeah.
Is that tournament footage or something?
It was. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, he's not gonna be. He's not gonna be competing anytime soon.
Yeah, that's a scary spot. Honestly, if I found myself in that spot in competition, I wouldn't try to fight out of it. I would just tap. It's like, I'll tap to that position before I ever try to fight out of it with somebody who really, really wants a $5 medal.
Break your shit. Yeah.
Josh making a very good choice here. Let's see if it follows. See if he can follow through. Joe turned out of that. Oh, okay. It looks like he gets the calf slicer. Nice. All right. I thought he was trying to take the back. This is also good. So as Joe turns, gets his knee down, he's no longer in heel hook territory. But now Josh reaches up very quickly, hugs the hips. And
wow.
It's difficult to see, but he's got his left shin across Joe's leg on the inside, and Joe can't straighten his right leg out. So now he starts to put some pressure on at the hips, basically Putting a lot of pressure on Joe's knee and calf. You can kind of see it right there at the end to set up to finish the calf slicer. If that wasn't working and Joe wasn't terribly concerned about it, Josh also has the opportunity to come up and take the back. He's got full exposure on the back. Andrew just about getting around the corner, but he never really had control over Luke's body here, so it was pretty easy for Luke to shake off the threat.
It's tough to do on Luke.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a very solid connection with him. And even then, like once he turns and gets his hips up, good chance you're going to fall off. And then, yeah, so Andrew, this grip that you're applying here, you've got essentially a Muay Thai clinch you set up right here. It's not really going to do much. I'd rather see you looking to frame, create space between your chest and Luke's, and try to pull your knees in. That Muay Thai clinch, all that does is it puts your hands in a spot where they're not being especially effective, and it allows Luke to further climb up your body. God, I'm still dropping frames like crazy. My internet's garbage tonight. Steven throwing up a triangle threat on Mitchell here. What happened with you and Jordan? Jordan just getting armbarred today. So you got that leg in, trying to put some pressure on this 10-finger grip here.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how. I remember trying to strip the grip in a really unique way, and I was trying to be clever about it, and then eventually I think I just wound up putting pressure on his far elbow with my left knee.
Yeah.
Here, and then I was able to strip the grip.
You go down wrist to wrist here at the end.
Oh, is that what I did?
Like, watch your left hand.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Get the little bend in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was in the moment and I was like playing around with different ways to break the grip, and his grip's really strong, so I was pretty happy with it.
Luke attacking the straight arm. Gets it.
The precision. He just like, ooh, an arm, and then goes after it.
Yeah. Josh trying to put on a last second hurting on Joe right before the end of the rounds. Joe don't care. Steven sits to guard. Remember, Joe, if you can get, under the ankles, like V grips on the ankles. I mean, well, you do that. I don't need to. You did that earlier in this open mat session, I think. Yeah. And then Steven, it looked like Steven was trying to pull into the legs there, and Joe just got his hips down in time to beat the knee.
He tried to do that dummy sweep with the knees like splayed out. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Joe just lifts the hips enough, shoves them through. I'm sure Steven was not thrilled with himself. Mitchell working north-south. Let's see what he does from here. Andrew getting impatient, decides to get out. Mitchell's tenacious tonight, man. He's chasing people down during the stand-up.
Yeah, he is.
Looks like Joe's maybe trying to work towards a smother, or at least a reaction.
Luke's coaching, so I don't know who he's coaching. I don't know, Joe, if you remember who he was coaching at the time. Or maybe he was just watching.
What happened there? Did Andrew get something? It's a little
He got an Americana from bottom.
yeah. You don't see that too frequently. So quick. I hope he's can my arm do that? Not really. My shoulders
Mitchell's bendy.
not great.
He's bendy.
He is bendy, yeah. But it looked like a quick verbal tap on his part. Shooting in the underhook. See if Andrew does something with it. A little footstep. I honestly like doing that from time to time. Andrew steps on Mitchell's foot as he's trying to backstep. Just gets his base messed up just enough.
That's the real reason he's been out.
Tailbit had an arm. He was coaching me to finish it. I suck. So bad, Luke's. Yeah, well, at least you know it. You know, that's half the battle. You guys are having a nice little war over here beside Mike's head, right up against the mat. Andrew working towards an S mount-ish. He's a little too straight on for it to be an effective S mount.
He cut an angle 90 degrees for the S mount.
Yeah, more of like a top lock style mount.
Into the arm. Nice.
Speedy.
It was a good sit through though.
That was. Yeah. It was good.
Steven found his way on top.
I don't know. It's hard to tell how much you're doing it, Andrew. I would just say dig your heels in on this one a little bit more. Especially if Mitchell started to roll towards you and actually switch his hips and get up to a stacking position. I'd like to see you pulling that arm up through, digging your heels in. But that, you know, good cross-facing leg put Mitchell back down, so you didn't really have to worry about the stack too much. And what was Steven up to?
He wound up finding his way on top, and I missed how he got on top. I don't... Because he was in bottom mount. I think he tried kipping the last I saw.
Passes guard to north-south.
I really like how he led with the knee across the hip line. That was really slick. Andrew, I think for this underhook, somebody can really make you pay for that shallow underhook the way that you have it, and start just kind of like doing the old. I think it's like an old school
mirror
like
lock?
Gracie defense. Yeah, it's a mirror lock, right?
Yeah.
Just to put some pressure on the arm. Will they get a tap? I don't think so. But I mean, I also, you know, speaking of Laser's comment, I saw another video resurface not too long ago of where somebody pops the shoulder of another competitor with that shallow underhook. But point being is that if you're going to go with that type of underhook, I want you like deep enough to where you can grab the shoulder Like, so you're gonna reach through with the underhook, grab or cup the shoulder, and just so that your elbow is like through the front of the body. Um, that's the shallowest underhook I really want to see. I can't think of a reason for you to have any shallower of an underhook. Um, I don't know, Matt. What do you think?
If you're gonna have a shallow underhook, I don't want it. I don't want the palm on the back.
Right.
I'd rather be on that near side of elbow. There's a good example. Where do we see that? So, okay, yeah. So like, there was a second. I think it was one of the. Like right here. This is not where you want that arm. Keep the hand up here where you initially had it, close to that shoulder, but then use it to pull. Like don't hang out there with it. Whatever grips you take, they should be done so with a purpose, whether it's arm drags or 2-on-1 variations, whatever, underhooks, overhooks, whizzers. This is just kind of an arm sitting in a bit of a danger zone, to your point, Mike. So you get an underhook like that, yank Mitch forward, like step back yourself, give Mitchell room to fall into, pull him forward, snap him down with it, go over the top. Utilize that. Don't let it sit there.
Yeah, like a rule of thumb that I kind of try to live by is that if it's the near side shoulder that I'm grabbing, that's a pull grip. If it's the far side shoulder, it's a push grip.
Yeah.
So like you can use the underhook for both a push and a pull. It just depends on where your hand is in relation to the near or far side shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Gets it with the bottom side Kimura this time instead of a bottom side Americana. Steven looking for the last minute armbar. Time runs out. Josh and Cole. Joe limping off the mats. You guys are starting him out here. Just whispering to each other. Here we go.
I think Joe and Andrew pick up from here too. I was calling time because Luke turned off the timer.
Looks like we got a little extra time on this round.
Yeah.
So Andrew again with that shallow underhook, but so now we're seeing him use it a bit more effectively. Like a second ago, he just had a pull with it. He had a good grip on Joe's shoulder. Wasn't being lazy with it. Cole getting that grip and a sweep. It looks more and more inevitable as he does
really
it. I
nice
don't know what
high
the hell
step.
he's doing there. What was that?
That's a good high step from Joe. So Andrew's going to pull his legs. He actually hooks up an ankle grip here, and then goes in, gets inside position with his legs, and then tries to hit just an ashi, like just to try and get into single leg X. His left leg is on the outside, but he's not in terrible position. Joe recognizes the threat and then just high steps out. So he uses his left leg for knee on belly for support, and then uses the C V grips on the ankles and high steps his right leg out of danger.
Yeah. Andrew, I don't know what you were thinking here. I'm not sure if you were thinking, let me attack this leg, or if you were thinking, what was that X guard stuff Matt was showing at some point. If it was X guard stuff, you're close. Just need to see you crossing your shins. How you cross them, if it's if it's this shin on top or the other shin on top, will dictate X guard or reverse X guard. If it's this shin on top, the one where the knee is behind Joe, that's X guard. So if that's what you were thinking, it's good. It looks like you're making progress towards it. Just got to get there a little faster next time. And it's difficult when Joe gets the grip on your ankles. God, we are dropping frames like crazy.
Yeah, it's lagging pretty bad.
I don't know what the deal is. Whatever. Maybe the YouTube replay will be better. Although that's missing frames too.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else going on right now. Whatever.
We've got a storm rolling through, so maybe that's
doing it.
part of it. Wagner and Victor are on right now.
Who's on?
Wagner and Victor.
Victor Hugo?
No, Victor is Silverio.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
I'm not
See,
either.
I thought Victor Hugo was going against. Is he going against Nicky Rod or?
Big Dan, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Big Dan weighed in at 292, and Victor was at like 265 or 260 something.
Jesus. Ooh, Andrew with the shoulder push. Very nice. Love to see this. So we're looking right here. He catches Joe with his weight down along the hips. Nice
Way to be
stiff arm.
positive.
This is great.
Sorry.
Sits right up. What was that?
Laser. He's just, it's all good. It's a good,
Yeah.
Cool looking slideshow. Love
Yeah.
the positivity. Awesome.
Great sweep from Andrew.
Way to finish the pass there too. Yeah, that was nice.
Bringing it to Joe. Just a little too quick on the chair sit, man. Like take your time there. Good job from Joe, shimmying your hips out. Good regard from Joe. Over the back grip. Oh, I don't know why Cole let that go. Maybe he's trying to work something else. Josh gets the arm isolated. Let's see if he can do something with this. Cole's not in a great spot right now.
And that's his bad arm, right? Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
bad side. Way to go, Josh.
Yeah, what a jerk, dude. Nice job, Cricket. See how Andrew gets to the back here. Little nice. I like this. Kind of shoves by that arm. Sets up a collar tie with the right. Shoves the tricep by, gets the back exposure. Closes it real quick. And then picks Joe up and puts him down. Right here with Joe. Yes, good. With Joe keeping that arm up and making it difficult to set up a rear triangle, I say just go back to regular old back mount. I don't care if it's hooks. Just go back to the back mount, get your position secure. Yeah, I think Andrew, you could stand to, like, I want to see you working on with rear mount, a bit more control, a bit more patience in the setup to getting to back mount, and then just focusing on, even if you don't get a tap, I'd like to see you control the position. I'd like to see it like frustratingly difficult to get out of your back control. Because if you could control the back, then the finishing stuff can come later. What happened here? So this is interesting.
Out through the back, into the legs.
Yeah, into a strange, like a reverse mount.
Okay. Now into the leg.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
No, he gets up by they got all hung up at the wall. So they're it's nice enough to reset.
I think Nicky Ryan's up next.
Oh, all right. Who does he go against?
Jonathan Gracie, maybe.
Oh, Janatis Gracie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
I think that's
looking at
like
my phone while it's charging over here in the corner. Oh no, it's not. It's Elizabeth Clay is up next.
Oh, I got it. All right. Well, that was the end of it. A little anticlimactic, strange position there between Joe and Andrew. It's like Joe just about gets to across Ashi right here at the end. Kind of the makings of one. If he pulls his heels down, he could sit Andrew down to his butt and maybe go in on the attack. Looks like he does go for a knee bar and gets it. All right. Maybe not so anticlimactic. Either way, fun stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry about the skippy laggy stream. I don't know what's going on when that happens, but yeah.
And thanks for the lively chat.
Yes, as always. Laser, thank you for hanging out, bud.
And sharing your salmon.
I'm gonna go have to make a second dinner now.
Yeah, right.
In any case, let's see. We are moving on from closed guard to open guard. Remember, for any of our newbies in the chat, that's a pretty broad term. It encompasses a lot of positions. So, this week you're gonna see things like butterfly, butterfly guard, a seated guard, what to do seated versus standing, what to do seated versus kneeling. All sorts of things. So it's a fun spot to play from. You find yourselves there probably more often than you realize. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for hanging out, bud. And thanks for all the good footage. And yeah, to all the rest of you, thank you guys for training hard and giving us some good stuff to go over. Thank you to our new followers as well, Macosta93 and B-Velli. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream despite how skippy it was. In any case,
better next time.
yeah, we'll see.
Promise.
Hopefully. What else? Going on to open guard. I think we're back to our regular schedule. We got Luke back from his vacation, so he'll be teaching tomorrow and the rest of this week. See you, Blake. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks, Laser. Same to you, bud. What else? Oh, yeah. RSVP to the potluck if you're going to be there next Saturday at 5 o'clock at Danny's place. Hope to see you guys there. And what else? I think that's kind of it as far as business goes.
Business as usual.
All right, right on. Well, hit that follow button if you guys like what you're seeing. Subscribe as well if you can. Use your Twitch Prime. It helps us out a whole lot and takes money out of Jeff Bezos' pocket, which is always good, right? We've got... What was that?
He doesn't need it.
Yeah, he's good. He's making a $42 million clock in the middle of the desert somewhere that will outlast humanity. I think he's got all the money he needs. Subscribe over at YouTube as well, where we'll put a less skippy laggy version of this for you to go review in case you missed anything. And as always, bring any questions you guys have to class. We'll be happy to answer it for you. Other than that, go trim your nails, do your laundry, and don't be stinky. Blake, that's okay. I can't talk you through it. I don't even remember how I think I've done it for like other streams. I don't know how it works anymore. But
I
yeah,
only do it on my computer. I can't do it on my phone.
Yeah, that was another thing. Everybody had an easier time doing it desktop or laptop or
Yep.
whatever. I don't know. But the thought is what counts, Blake, and I appreciate the support.
That's right.
In any case, trim your nails, do your laundry, don't be stinky, and we'll see you guys back on the mats. Take it easy.
Later.